So how about that Halloween at home event? In case you missed it, this past Saturday, Blumhouse and Universal held a live watch-along for Halloween 2018 hosted by David Gordon Green, Jamie Lee Curtis, Judy Greer, John Carpenter, Ryan Turek, James Jude Courtney, Nick Castle, Andy Matichak, pretty much anyone who worked on Halloween 2018 at any capacity was there to tweet along with the movie, and honestly, it was really, really fun. Not only did we finally get the director's commentary we've wanted since the Halloween 2018 Blu-ray came out, but we also got a bunch of rumors debunked and a bunch more confirmed from David Gordon Green and Ryan Turek, which was just about as good as I could have hoped this event would have gone. Before we get into it though, I have to say thank you to each and every one of you who followed my Twitter account and tweeted along with me during the event. There were way more people than I ever expected, and I just had so much fun talking to all of you about this movie that we all really like. I know there's a lot of people out there who don't really love it all that much, but it really just made me happy to see how many of you there are that do love it just as much as I do. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, having a tweet about Halloween 3 liked by John Carpenter was probably one of the best moments of my entire life. I'm definitely printing out that John Carpenter notification and framing it on my wall. Okay, so since we got so much information on Halloween Kills on top of all the stuff we learned about Halloween 2018, I'm splitting this up into two videos. One of them is this video, which is a news update on Halloween Kills, and the other one is going to be like crazy Easter eggs you missed in Halloween 2018. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when I post that video. All right, we got to get the sad news out of the way first. As I predicted in my last video, we unfortunately did not get to see a trailer or poster for Halloween Kills at the end of this event. I thought we might be seeing a poster if they were really feeling like they wanted to get the marketing ball rolling, but as it turns out, they're just going to wait a little while longer. At the very end of the event, David Gordon Green had one more tweet for us where he said, "We're still working on the trailer for Halloween Kills and strategizing our plan for release based on the realities of the world. Fingers crossed, I feel really good and want to share so much more. Hopefully soon. Thank you guys so much. This made my day." He basically confirmed what I've been saying in my past few videos, and I'm sorry to be a broken record here, but they have to be really, really careful about when they start the Halloween Kills marketing campaign because of this pandemic that's ravaging the world right now and ruining all of our lives. Like, think about it. If they put out the poster now, that starts the clock on the marketing. They have a finite time to maximize hype and get everyone excited to see Halloween Kills. But if things get worse with the pandemic, they put out the poster now, and then they have to wait months and months and months to put out the trailer, and then they have to wait even longer to put out the movie because the pandemic strikes up once again. That's gonna ruin all of the hype the general audience has for this movie, and that's just something that really can't happen. There's a blessing and a curse with Halloween 2018 making $250 million at the box office, and that's that Universal, no matter what happens, pandemic or not, when they release Halloween Kills, they need to make at least as much money as they did on Halloween 2018, if not more. Of course, there is a little bit of leeway there, like if they made something like $252 million or they made something like $240 million, I'm sure they'd be fine because this movie only cost $20 million, so that's still a massive profit. And of course, the pandemic just makes all of this harder on top of other snags like the AMC debacle, which is still going on. There has been zero resolution on that front, and it's been something like 2 or 3 weeks at this point, which is crazy. There are a lot of people subscribing to the line of thought that if they can't put this movie in theaters, it'll just end up on VOD for $20 like The Hunt and The Invisible Man did. And for the 500th time, that's just not going to happen. I'm sure the filmmakers and the people who actually worked on this movie would definitely be okay with that because they just want us to be able to see the movie, but the people who fronted millions and millions of dollars on marketing and the actual movie want to see a massive return on that money they put down for it, and they're just not going to allow it to be dumped on VOD when all of the money-making potential is in theaters. Yes, Trolls World Tour made a lot of money on VOD, but it basically essentially broke even with a little bit of profit, and that's not what they want out of Halloween Kills. This is an event movie for Universal. They need to make something like hundreds of millions of dollars on it for it to be considered successful. And that's why I'm going to keep saying in my videos, stop hounding Universal and Blumhouse and Ryan Turek and everyone over there for more marketing materials. If they do balk and give us that trailer now, and then there's a huge gap between the trailer and the actual movie, that means they're probably going to have to cut another trailer that's going to show us even more of the movie that we don't want to see. Because remember with Halloween 2018, they showed us way too much in all the trailers. I don't want that. I don't think you do either. All right, now that I've already disappointed the people who wanted the trailer and poster today, I'm going to disappoint the people who thought Ben Tramer or Jimmy from Halloween 2 might be Karen's dad. Someone decided to ask David Gordon Green who Karen's dad is, and he responded with some guy Laurie met at a bar. She doesn't even remember his name. And to me, that's totally fine. I don't think that's a backstory we need to see fleshed out at all. We already have all these other characters like Lindsay Wallace and Tommy Doyle and Marion Chambers, on top of all the ones from Halloween 2018 who managed to survive coming back. So I think we're A-okay on Laurie's ex. He's not even an ex. Laurie's one night stand or Karen's dad just being a random guy we never hear about. Personally though, my favorite tweet of the entire event was when someone said to David Gordon Green they wished Hawkins survived. And all David Gordon Green had to say back was, "Oh, do you?" And normally I wouldn't make a big deal out of this, but if you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll probably remember way back, I think around when the test screening happened, I said I heard a rumor of a character coming back, but no one else really confirmed it to me, so I just kept it at that and didn't really ever bring it up again. Now I'll be the first to admit that surviving after getting stabbed directly in the neck and then ran over by what looks like a Chevy Tahoe to me is a little bit immersion breaking for the sequel, but I feel like the people working on Halloween 2018 probably always realized it was a mistake to kill him off, and maybe they wanted to bring him back in that movie in some way, but they just didn't have the budget. So I'm glad they're rectifying that mistake here, and I'm just gonna give them a pass on it. Because out of all the new characters we got in Halloween 2018, Aaron and Dana and Karen and Allison included, my favorite one was no question Hawkins, and I was really sad when he died. So I'm glad that they're realizing that he had so much great chemistry with Laurie and they're bringing him back. I'm pretty sure he's not going to be running around like an action hero, and the only place we're going to see him is in a bed in the Haddonfield Memorial Hospital. Another small confirmation we got that we kind of already knew is that the doctor and nurse character from Halloween 2018 are coming back in Halloween Kills. We already saw the nurse in the teaser we got last October, and the reason I bring them up at all is because someone responded to David Gordon Green saying Julian's parents, and he said no, they're not Julian's parents. And that's another rumor that was debunked a long time ago here on my channel and of course by Ryan Turek. I'm glad that we finally got confirmation from the director himself that no, this is not Julian's mom, it's a completely different character. This is honestly another decision I'm totally on board with because I feel like they need more new characters to come into this movie to create balance with all of the returning characters from Halloween 1978, and bringing back this nurse and fleshing her out a little bit, even if she is going to be killed by Michael Myers, kind of does exactly what I just said I wanted. Speaking of the coolest executive in the business, Ryan Turek also confirmed another really cool detail, and that's when someone tweeted at him saying that they really liked the Halloween 2018 novelization. He responded saying that he just finished reading a draft of the Halloween Kills novelization, which basically confirms that we're going to get it. Another thing that kind of confirms is that we're going to see one for Halloween Ends as well, and that's great because not only was that Halloween 2018 novelization better than I thought it would be, it gave us much more detail behind Allison's character and Karen's character, and it also gave us some pretty cool scenes from Michael Myers' perspective. And if you want that Halloween 2018 novelization for yourself, it's like $6 on Amazon, and I totally recommend picking it up. The biggest confirmation of all though came straight from David Gordon Green when someone asked him if we're going to see the Myers house in Halloween Kills, and he hit them back with a hard yes. Based on the flashback scene that leaked and then showed up in the teaser we got on Halloween where Michael is stalking a young Lonnie through Haddonfield in 1978, I was pretty sure we would be seeing the Myers house just because it's such an important part of the franchise in the original Halloween and pretty much every single Halloween after that. But it's exciting to know that yes, we are going to see the Myers house in that flashback. Like if they're putting in all this work and taking this extra budget they got and creating this awesome flashback, I feel like they need to include every little detail they can to let us know that yes, this is a scene taking place back in 1978. We already know Christopher Nelson is going to kill it with the original mask. I'm sure they're just de-aging one of the new Halloween 2018 masks to make it look more like the original one, and I think having the Myers house and even a sound-alike or look-alike for Loomis show up in that scene is just essential. Basically, if you're doing a flashback, you have to do it right, and for all you Dave McRae fans out there, I guarantee that when we do see this flashback, it will have that blue color grading because the cinematography in Halloween 2018 and just the lighting was so on point that the person doing that is definitely going to put in the work to make sure it looks perfect when we see the original movie's time period. So yeah, when we see anything set during the original movie, I feel like like we'll definitely have that blue color grading, and then in the future, in 2018, we'll have that amber color grading that was introduced in Halloween. That's all I have for you guys on Halloween kills this week. I know this was another dense, long video, so thanks for sticking it through to the end. And if you're new here, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. Let me know what you think of all of this down in the comments below as well. Anyway guys, my name is Jimmy Champane, and I'll see you in the next one. Shape on.